guys, JDB Gaming, and welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of my Liverpool FC career mode. We are still in the deep realms of the transfer window, the summer transfer window, of course. We've just won the pre-season tournament. We did that in the last episode. In this episode, I'm sort of planning, well, basically we will be playing the Chelsea and the Porto game at least. I'm probably then going to leave the Spurs game till the next episode, because then we have another episode to do some more transfers, and then I'll finish off the deadline day that day, and then because then it gives you guys a chance if you guys want to comment about any players I want to sign. Otherwise I'm just going to do it myself, which so far I'm happy to do. So yeah, we're just going to plough on through the transfer window. I'm actually going to make my first signing as well. I've got a couple of players I'm interested in, and yeah, so we're going to simulate it through. Probably get a few more offers, speaking of which I need to talk about some of them, and I will do in a second, and then we'll get to the Chelsea game, and like I said, Chelsea and Porto game will be played. Like I just said a second ago, there are a couple of players that I wanted to talk about. Obviously Loris Karius and Dominic Solanke have both got loan offers from clubs wanting to take them out. I'm going to accept both of them, depending on whether or not they go. I don't think Karius will go to Swansea because they're in the Championship, but who knows. But yes, depending on more the Solanke loan deal, I'm going to loan him out, and in January, because he's also joining Woodburn there, I'm going to review how many games they've played, and if they've played less than 50% of Aston Villa's games so far, I'm going to call them both back, because I'm going to play them, well, I'm definitely going to play Solanke more than 50%, well, less than 50%, so it just seems like a bit of a waste to loan him out if Aston Villa aren't going to use him. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to review how they're doing in January, and then from that, call him back, or he can stay at Aston Villa. So without further ado, I'm going to go into negotiating with them to see how much they're willing to pay for his wage. So I've gone ahead and decided to change it. I'm going to say they pay 60% of his wage, I'll pay 40%. So as you can see, you can do the math about who's doing what to the left. They've said no, 50-50. You know what, I'm going to accept it, because he may as well go out, and if he gets first team football at Aston Villa, it'll be good for him, but he needs to of course say yes to going to them. Now let's just go. I'm just going to go and accept this deal, so I'll get straight to it. So this is what the deal has come down to. I'm going to accept them paying 60%, and I'm going to pay 40%. So he's going to go out on loan to Swansea if of course he accepts it and wants to go out on loan. Without going into too much detail about all the players on my transfer list, of course I'm going to have plenty of players, because I always like to have a full transfer list. I'm not always going to go through all of them, but I like lots of options. The signings I will definitely be doing is I'm definitely going to get Virgil van Dijk. I'm going to try and get rid of Lovren, and I'm going to try and also try to get rid of De Vrij. Nothing against him, it's just obviously I want to try and keep this realistic, and even though De Vrij is a actual target for Liverpool, well, he was before we got Van Dijk, hence why I got him back in January in season 1. I would like to get Virgil van Dijk, because as you can see, his photo actually shows him in a Liverpool top, so for me, I just have to get him, so he will be coming to the club somehow. Then in that case, I'm also then going to have him and Matip as starters. Then I want Asa Mandy as my backup, because he's been really good in pre-season tournament. And then Joe Gomez and this man, Thilo, I think that's how you say his name, Thilo Kehrer. I'm not sure, I'm probably really butchering the name, so I'm sorry. I'm going to try and bring him in. As you can see, he's another player like Gomez who can play centre-back, right-back, left-back. So he'd be perfect, he'd be very versatile, and if he was like that, I wouldn't have to get a right-back, because then he could be back up to Alexander-Arnold and Joe Gomez. So that's what my thinking is, but that relies on me both shipping out De Vrij, who I'm going to have to involve in a swap deal, ideally for Van Dijk, but depends if Southampton want him, and then also ship out Lovren. But we have had one offer for him, and hopefully we'll get another. Wide men is of course another topic that I want to talk about. I'm thinking of getting another winger, not to replace Mane, but obviously just for a bit of backup on both sides. Liverpool are interested in Julian Brandt and Leon Bailey, both from Bayer Leverkusen in real life. So I'm probably going to look to one of those, and of course I've got some spares just in case. So I'm thinking of going for one of them, but of course they'd just be back up to either side, as they can both play on both wings, so that's what I'd do it as. And yeah, like I said, they wouldn't come in straight away. I mean, obviously they're both really young, so I mean, if I did this career mode for season upon season, they'd eventually get in first team, because then the other two would get old, like Salah and Mane. But yeah, I mean, they'd just sort of be backup, because I did lack backup wingers. I mean, I know I had Ryan Kent, but he's low 70s. Although I do want him to grow and eventually become a good, solid player for this team. If we're going to try and retain the Champions League and the Premier League, I've got to have quality now. So I'm looking at these two players. And then, of course, the last position is striker, because Firmino gets injured. We don't really have another backup, especially now that I've potentially loaning out Solanke. So I need a backup. I said it in the last episode about last Stindl. But then, of course, I need a third striker, because I did lack sort of a backup to both Firmino and Solanke. So I'm thinking of Tony Gomez, hence why I've loaned out Solanke, because he also had a very good preseason tournament. But I did look on the transfer list and I saw this gem on there. I mean, you're probably all wondering why the hell are you going to go for a 34-year-old of Glenn Murray. I've gone out to scout report him. He's on the transfer list, and as you can see, it'd be virtually dead cheap to get him. Regarding my transfer budget, which is over 100 million. So I didn't think it'd be a bad problem. I mean, I could just bung him on for a couple of games. I mean, he doesn't have to play the whole thing, but he's just a spare striker, and I'm sure he'd retire with us if he came to us. But it's just an option that I've put in there because he's doing really well in real life, and I thought it'd be, it's not realistic, but I thought it'd be not a bad idea to bring in a golden oldie. Like, I know Chelsea like to do it with Olivier Giroud. And so I thought, bringing a golden oldie. I mean, may argue he's not golden, but I think he should be in the England squad that's just been named for the friendlies. But that's my opinion. Gareth Southgate can do what he likes. But yeah, that's why he's on my list. Those are the sort of players I'm going to go for. But of course, I'm not sure. But the one deal I do want to do right now, and sort of stop talking about my players. Like I said, I'm going to try and make it shorter. So yep, I'm going to zip it now. The player I want to do is Van Dijk, so I'm going to get into negotiations with Southampton, and hopefully we can do a swap deal for De Vrij. Well, this has turned into an interesting turn of events. I offered them De Vrij, they said no, they wanted a right back, so I've given them John Flanagan, who's not really part of the squad in my opinion. They said yes. Then I've managed to bring down the price a little bit, and they want 50 million, also plus Flanagan for him. So you know what, I'm going to go ahead and accept that. It's not a bad deal in my opinion. Does mean what am I going to do for Stefan De Vrij, but I guess that means I might just have to get rid of Lovren and sort of scrap my plans for Thilo Kehrer, who I'm probably, like I've said already, butchering the hell out of his name. So this is what I'm going to offer Van Dijk, 120,000, signing on bonus of 2 million, hopefully he accepts it. I screwed up the negotiations with him last time, he's saying no, they want 130. Screw it, I'm just going to accept it. I want him in the squad, I'm not going to faff about with £10,000. And Virgil van Dijk is my first player, and welcome to Liverpool. Again, because he's already at Liverpool in real life, but yeah, whatever. So here we are, guys. It's going to be our first game of the episode. I didn't want to make it too long before the first game was played, so that's why I've sort of simulated through. Nothing else has really happened in the window. Of course, I will be doing more, so don't worry. I know there's still plenty of time left. 3 weeks. Yeah, great. But it doesn't matter. My deals will get done. My plans will get done. Maybe not in this episode, but yeah. They will get done. Some sort of deals to talk about. Of course, the transfer talks with Brookston fell through with Charlton, but then Millwall came in, and so they're in negotiations with Millwall right now. Shamal George actually got an offer from Grimsby. Of course, he's rejected it, so again, transfer talks are broken down. And then I have loaned out Pedro Chirivella to Nottingham Forest for 1 year. We have the Community Shield against Chelsea 2 days before Porto, so I'm going to have my concentration on these 2 games. And so let's get into our first game of Season 2. This is the team that I'm going to be coming up against. It is, of course, a very strong Chelsea side. And as you saw before I said, let's have a look at the lineups. Seamus Coleman is making his debut for Chelsea. They bought him from Everton. That's the only signing I can see that's changed for their squad from previous games. So, it's pretty much the same Chelsea, just a new right back. But the important squad is my squad. Who am I playing? Well, of course, we do have the Copa Europe in a couple of days, so of course I've had to change it up, but that doesn't mean I've gone for a weak side. This is my first team. Mandy's starting instead of Van Dijk because he had a great pre-season, and I've also chosen Joe Gomez over Alexander-Arnold for this game. Otherwise, it's an incredibly strong team, and I also have Naby Keita making his debut for us. It's going to be an epic game. I can't wait to play. Let's get underway. And Coleman's now got it down the wing. Oh, lovely from Firmino. Great pressure. And I think he's also injured Coleman. So Coleman on his debut for Chelsea has not even played 20 minutes and he's gotten injured. That's just really funny. Normally it happens to me with injuries, but I can laugh about this one. Wow, Rudiger's playing on the right hand side. Mane, you're going to have a whale of a time. Over to Chan. Over to Joe Gomez, not quite the player. Here he is, Milner, that's the one I wanted to. Keita has a shot. Oh, I thought that was going in. Right, over to Chan now. Ah, it's not quite the ball, unfortunately. It was a nice idea, but Keita's just nicked it back from Hazard's feet, and he's going to burst forward through. Firmino's left a gap. Oh my God, what a slide tackle from Azpilicueta. Oh, it's lovely, and that's first half as well. Well, that first half has gone really quickly. Chelsea have not really provided anything up front at all. I don't even think they've had a single shot. It has been all us, but we haven't managed to get that all-important shot. It's some last-ditch defending by Chelsea, which has kept the scoreline at 0-0. They've won the loose ball though. Down the line for Hazard. Don't you dare score on the counter. Oh my God! Chelsea have just had the best chance of the game. And to be honest with you, they should have scored. That is a shocking miss. And I thought that was going to hit the back of the net. Firmino, lovely, holding the ball up. Emre Can through for Mane. This is lovely play. In behind we are with Mane. He's played so well in the pre-season. He hasn't finished though. And Salah's missed. Oh, gone. Give me an option, Firmino. Play that in behind for Firmino. Lovely, he's in. Come on, Firmino. If anybody, he's going to score. Yes, he has. Oh my God, Firmino is so reliable up front. And we finally have the lead. Chelsea now. Cavani. Oh, that's a lovely through ball through for Cuadrado. He had the pace to beat Gomez then. It was a lovely ball as well, but his shot was straight at Butland. Too easy, really. Can catch on the counter. Lay it through for Salah. There he is. He's got the pace. Am I going to sweat it? No. Oh, maybe I should have. What? Oh, that touch. I have done 2 substitutions. Naby Keita and Emre Can have both come off. They've had great games, but I just want to freshen up in midfield. And Lallana and Oxlade-Chamberlain have come in, and I thought I scored with Mane then. We're on the counter now. Lovely from Mane, brings it inside. Can we bring that back outside? Nope, we're going to play it down for Lallana, through for Salah. Come on now. Yours chance, second chance, one-on-one. And he's hit the post. Oh my God, that's the second time we've done that now. Oh, Mandy, lovely. Lovely, just dribbling out of defence as well. Over to Lallana. And there it is. That is the end of the game. It's a really close game, 1-0. But we deserve to win it, and that is our first piece of silverware of the season. And now we've just got a day of rest before potentially we have our second already, and the transfer window hasn't even ended, which is mad. But here we go. We're just going to see the celebrations. Probably won't play any music over the top of it, just because obviously the Community Shield isn't really that big a deal, but it's still a trophy, and it'll be good to see it lifted. So you know, let's just watch the celebrations. And before we jump into our second game of the episode, I'm just going to show you an email. Brooks Lennon has sold. He's finally sold to Millwall, so he's finally another player off my books that I wasn't using. And I'm just curious because I did see the Seamus Coleman injury. Let me just find it, 1 second. There we go. He's suffered an anterior cruciate. Oh my God, he's going to be out for like 7, 8, 9 months. Oh, that's hysterical. On his debut for Chelsea, he's gone and got injured. 7 months. Oh, okay, I feel bad, Chelsea, but I'm so glad it's you who's getting it instead of me. And it's really funny to just laugh about it. So here we are, the second game of Season 2, and it's the Copa Europe against Porto. This is the team I'm playing. We have another debut, Virgil van Dijk at left centre-back. The main other changes I've really made are Alexander-Arnold coming in for Joe Gomez, and Oxlade-Chamberlain coming in for Emre Can. Otherwise, it's the same squad that faced Chelsea. They are all shattered, but they're my first teamers. I've got to play them. That's what I'm starting with, and yeah, let's get into this game. Alexander-Arnold, okay. I tried to play that to Oxlade-Chamberlain, didn't quite work. Virgil van Dijk. Oh my God. Okay, when I pressed triangle, I was asking for Butland to come out and pick it up, not for Robertson to do that. Over to Salah. He's going to cast inside. Lovely from Salah. Can we get that in? We do. Mane's there. Oh, but it's straight at Casillas. Over to Naby Keita. Can we play that through? Salah's got there. Can he back post to Mane? Square that cross. No, why? I wanted him to put it back across the box, but he didn't. Over to Marega. He's having to be tracked by Matip. Lovely tracking from Matip. He's actually tackled him as well and been wiped out by Marega. That was malicious, and it's a deserved yellow card to Moussa Marega. Think we have a corner? Yeah, we do. Milner's going to whip this one in. That's a good one. That's come to no one. They've cleared it, and I think that's probably going to be half-time. Yeah, it is. There we go. So it goes in 0-0 yet again. It's been a close game. Porto have had more chances than Chelsea had, definitely, because Chelsea had nothing in the first half. But there is room for improvement for us. I just don't have much. They don't have lots of attacking options going forward. Lovely from him over to Robertson now. Going to play that through for Firmino. Can we lay that through for Wijnaldum? We have lovely play. What interchange of play. And it's again Firmino who has the assist. It just all goes through him. He doesn't score a lot of goals. I mean, he does score goals. He was our top goal scorer last season, but he's also incredibly good for assisting, and he's just so vital for this team. As you can see, the hold-up play then, and the lovely through ball to Wijnaldum. And it's a great shot to beat Casillas. Firmino over to Wijnaldum. Lovely play. Get that in the middle to Firmino. Oh, he's just done him too easy then. Oh, and how is it not 2-0? Over the top now, Virgil van Dijk winning the header. Hyuk-Sun Min over to Marega. Lovely play, Andre now. Staying with him is Virgil van Dijk. Lovely defending from him. And he's forced Andre to put it wide, and it's a goal kick. He's not really done much with it. To Firmino. Oh, that's a poor pass. Nice defending from Porto. And that is the end of the game. So that is our second piece of silverware already. 2 wins, 2 trophies in a matter of only 3 days. Okay, it's another small scoreline, I know, 1-0. But it's much harder, these sliders. It's proving a much tougher game for me. But we are still winning. We are still doing well. And let's watch the celebrations yet again. Before I simulate through to the Spurs game, one thing I did notice in this match is when Mane and Salah were tired, I didn't have any immediate first team wingers to replace them. Not first team, but like good quality players to replace them. So I think I've decided I'm going to go for a winger, definitely. I'm going to go for one now. I know I do have Kent and Oho, but they're not really quality enough to sort of replace them. I mean, if we want, like I said, if we want to win all the trophies, I know we've won 2, but if we want to keep winning, I've got to have good quality players. So for the wingers, I've decided I'm going to go for Julian Brandt. It was tough between him or Leon Bailly, but Brandt is the better player, and he's really good. I know he's left mid, right mid, but I'm sure he can play on the wings. I'm going to go ahead and approach to buy, and I will see what price I can get him for. So this is what I'm going to go for. I've decided to involve Sam Kelly in the deal. They wanted a left wing as obviously somebody to replace him. Sam Kelly's a youngster that I'm not really going to use. He's got bad work rates, and yeah, anyway, I'm not going to use him, so I've involved him in the deal. I'm going to submit that with 30 million, see if they like it. No, they want 33 and a 10% sell-on clause if I sell him. I'm actually really tempted to accept that. You know, it's 3 million more than what I wanted, but it's a really good deal, and I'm not going to sell him. I know he's 22. They're probably thinking, oh yes, we can get some money for him when we sell him on, but I'm probably not going to. So let's go into contract negotiation deals, and I will show you what we're going to sign him on. So this is the wage I'm going to be offering Julian Brandt. I'm going to be offering him 75,000 and a signing bonus of 1,350,000. Let's see if he accepts it. I'm going to counter, get rid of the bonus, and then edit wage. I guess I'll up the wage to 80. I'll up the wage to 80 and send that in, and hopefully they submit it and we can sign him. Yes, they've signed him. I saw it's not quite what they were saying, so I was like, oh, maybe it's not happened. But it's happened. So Julian Brandt, welcome to Liverpool FC. So there we go. We've just made our second signing. It's going to be an exciting time for us. I mean, he's not going to be an immediate first teamer, but he's, you know, if in case Mane gets injured again, he'll be in for him, and he's really quality. He'll be a super sub for the time being, probably playing in games, because obviously, as you can see, our schedule is going to be very, very busy. About 2 weeks left. Yeah, 2 weeks left in the transfer window. Plenty of time for me to make any more deals. Plenty of time for me to sell any more players, which I am planning to. I'm still hoping someone comes in for Coutinho, try and get him off my books so it's realistic, so he's not at the club anymore. I'm hoping someone goes for Henderson, because I'm not really interested in him anymore. I hope someone goes for Sturridge, get him off my books. So yes, and also Lovren. So that's 4 players who were all first teamer, well, maybe not Sturridge, but yeah, they featured in lots of games last season that I want to get rid of. So I'm changing up the squad quite a bit. So yeah, until then, please leave a like. Please also smash that subscribe button to never miss a future episode. Please also feel free to comment if there's any particular players you want me to sign. Also, if you want to comment to see, if you want to say how you feel about the signings I've made. Only two, Virgil van Dijk and Julian Brandt. I think they're really good personally. And so yeah, until next time, guys. Thank you all for watching, and bye.